Hey everybody, I am documenting the work going on here on what I am now calling Gold 2. Why do I have Gold 2? Because I got Gold Leader over here. Mr. Preacher, Gold Leader. Now, getting back to this project, right? This paint has now looks stuff, right? Stuff, aesthetics. This paint has been infiltrated with oil and dirt, so scrub it real good and put some, because you can see, scrub it real good and put some gold tone polish on it and keep it looking good, right? And things like this, black paint. I am going to go over it with some, the stripes are probably going to go away, right? And I've got, I'm finding center caps one at a time. Yeah, all the trim will get painted up. This is old, it's going to get replaced because it's already coming off. The inner trim is okay, but this needs to get fixed. More paint. I'm going to go over, brush that off. And yeah, I've got the original decals, but I might do something else, right? Yeah, a little bit of rust. More black paint. So that's what is going on there. See, I found one. It says Ford. It doesn't say Mercury, but that's okay. I can live with it. And I'm going to be getting new headlights because the covers, you can't find just this. You have to buy the whole assembly, and they're not super expensive, but they're not super cheap either. And yeah, I'm gonna go touch up with some burnished gold paint. And there we go. Now, I didn't bring my, I guess I don't need it, so just talk about stuff, right? Hold on. I am gonna use the really cool hood stand just to, I'm documenting, right? I keep this, there still seems to be some kind of a short. See my wire? I'm gonna go with an open air intake here. This is useless. That part that goes here is in the car. And okay, the water pump is down on the back. It's getting warm, too warm, not hot, but too warm. So I'm going to probably replace that. Found a place in Ashland City, and everything this car runs and drives, okay? It just, that wire needs to be replaced with a spring. I've got it in the car. And the exhaust system is rusted out. I went looking, I was fretting, I was doing this, I was doing that. I was looking for different parts and pieces. Then I stumbled across the entire exhaust system for less than 200 bucks. Ordered. And it's easy to put on. Also, I've got a catalytic converter for it. I'm not going to talk about it, right? Well, yeah, you know what? Tennessee doesn't check for emissions anymore. But I want a catalytic converter because I believe in what they do. I understand the science behind them, right? People say they're just dust collectors. It's a scam. No, the laws surrounding them are a scam. The part themselves are good. The parts themselves are good. It's not a scam. It is there for a reason, and it does something correctly. I mean, it does something. It's not a lie. It does convert, but the fuel we're using now versus when this thing came out is different. So, I mean, we did in 1991, there was not mandatory alcohol put in it to help burn all that stuff off. Now there is, but I am gonna, okay, it won't go over 45 miles an hour. I believe the catalytic converter, which is rusted out, needs to go. That's why I'm putting another catalytic converter on it, along with a new muffler and some more some love. Just give this car some love, you know? We know what the paint is supposed to look like versus what it looks like. And it's got dirt in it from a long time ago. And if I polish it up with good polish, then it'll look really good. It runs and drives, even though it won't go over 45, right? There's a smog pump in here somewhere that needs to be bypassed because we don't need to do that anymore, right? And this whole thing right here needs to go away. It's part of the emissions EGR system, and I'm gonna experiment, but I have a feeling that the EGR stuff on here are dumb items. They don't really have sensors that cause problems. So I'm going to be bypassing and seeing what happens, though I may have to go back. I don't know. Documentation on repairs has been lackluster because I put the battery in, somebody else put the tires on. They told me they did a tune-up, but those wires don't look right. They don't look real. I mean, well, they look real, but they don't look new. They look older, like 5 or 10 years older. And that means time for a new one. Time for a new tune-up. I know the distributor cap and rotor are new because I put those on. Okay, the belts. The last person that did this, he put new timing belt, alternator belt, but not a water pump belt. And it's the wrong belt. I can't look down in there because it's literally down here to be able to see it. Let's see, can we? Is that it? Yeah, that's the water pump. That is the wrong belt. And wait a minute. Trying to get there it is. That's the water pump. That belt down there is too small, okay, and it's worn out. I don't know, and it's behind the darn timing belt. Let me zoom back out. It's behind the timing belt, and that's a pain. So I'm just not going to mess with it. All right, well, that's my phone, and that's really the update I got. So just documenting Gold 2. It runs and drives. It just ain't on right now. Thanks. Out of here. Bye-bye.